God, I'm sorry to hear that.
I have a question for Martin.
Oh,
I wanted to know about the episode Sunday you wrote.
That's not buddies, we just met. What would you like to know?
I don't quite know it.
Why did you kill Beckett? It's like running over a wee baby. You're a lot of things, Paul. You're not a wee baby. I know. Why did I write the episode Sunday? Well, I was paid quite handsomely. No, I mean, I think that was a good and important episode for the show. I know a lot of you guys disagree, and fair enough.
Disagree. They hate
And,
Wait. You want to explain to those of us who haven't watched every episode?
He killed Paul McGillion, my best friend. Why did he go? I mean, if you just went fishing, you're absolutely right. No, I mean, look, I think we all realize that Beckett was the. I said this earlier in another talk that Beckett was the heart of Atlantis, and we realized after we did it that we needed to bring him back. So I mean, as early as like 2 episodes later, we were laying the groundwork. But I will say this: I think it's important for a show like this, and you can disagree. That's your right. There's mortal jeopardy every week. That if there aren't consequences sometimes, if there aren't stakes, it gets really hard for us as writers to have the show have that kind of emotional weight that you need it to. And so I think it's important. I mean, I think it's important to kill characters. I respect the shows that do. Kill me and I'll see you in the fucking alley. But the great thing about science fiction is... We're both on HBO now.
That explains a lot.
No, so anyway, that's my answer. And I'll accept all the hugs that you guys want to give me after.
I think anybody that's ever watched Stargate Atlantis realizes that the character of Carson Beckett is a very interesting, sympathetic, sensitive character who's wonderful to watch, correct? Okay, anybody who's ever spent a significant amount of time around Paul McGillion finds him unsavory. And as a writer, that's the choice you have to make.
Nice build-up, nice delivery. Knock it out.
That's also why I was killed about 18 times.
Truthfully, Jason said it's me or Paul. Make a decision. Next question.
Hi, this question is for Mr. Shanks. What was your experience on burn notice, and do you consider yourself an expert in dying?
I think it's been established I'm the expert in dying. But Michael?
Mr. Shanks is another name for your husband. You should try and use it sometime.
Lexa, do you want to sit down here with me?
How do you like the crowd?
Please. I got the penthouse in the doghouse. It's fine. Just a forewarning.
This is going off the rails, guys.
Hey, Paul, just to warn you.
Definitely a better kisser than David Hewlett.
I hope your wallet's full. Anyway, the question was about burn notice. That was awesome. It was incredibly hot to film there because we were there in September, August and September, or at least I was in Miami. And as Bruce Campbell puts it, projectile sweating. But it was a great. Writers were fantastic. I had a wonderful time on the show. Am I an expert in dying? I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of practice. Could you do it quickly instead of slowly?
You two are so goddamn hot. I wish I was in the bed in your effing room.
I'm getting turned on. I don't know about you guys.
You can both take it on with me. It's fun, man. Can I tell a quick story about Michael and Lexa? We were working on in season 5. Michael came and did a couple of episodes with Atlantis, and Lexa dropped by set. And David and I were talking to them and just basking in how attractive they both were. And they walked away, and David said, not being funny or anything, not saying a joke, and with like a heavy sigh, we gotta eat better, man. We gotta eat better. We gotta eat better. We gotta work out more. He was actually exhausted by how beautiful they are. Next question.
Hi, this question is for Paul, since you requested I asked you one earlier.
Oh! Wow! See?
I actually have two.
Oh, thank you. Come on up here, I'll give you the money.
Did he pay you for both?
Whatever happened...
You left your purse in my room. Sorry. I was talking to Jason. Please.
What happened to Beckett's wee baby turtles, and what did you get me for my birthday?
I already answered that question. The purse is up there. The baby turtles. Actually, Martin, I don't think you wrote that episode. It was a good one. No, there's a scene with these baby turtles that David and I think Joe Malazzi wrote the episode, and they cut out their section. Who wrote that one?
I think that was Joe. Thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
And no, the turtles were actually they were in McKay's room, but you never saw them. They are in McKay's room, though.
Yeah. And we had a little conversation. There was a scene actually they took out because the episode was running late, or I'd like to think that anyway. But we thought it was a pretty funny scene, and where David explains that he has my turtles, he's been taking care of them, and he's named all the turtles and stuff, and what he feeds them. And at the end I said, "Oh, you just keep the turtles then." But they never ended up airing that. Maybe special features at one point in time. Who knows?
It could be a deleted scene. I forget what season. I think that was season 5. Yeah,
it was season 5. I think it was The Outsiders. I think.
So that's put to bed.
Yes. Happy birthday, Doug. Come on up here. What's your name? Come on up here. God, you're good looking. Well, come on up as you go around here and come up on the stage. Give you a little birthday hug from Jason and I. A little Stargate birthday sandwich. Come on.
Everybody's birthday.
Well, yeah. She wasn't a Sunday fan. Come on, all right.
Happy birthday, Kat. Let's hear it for it.
If anybody else wants to come up here and suck hole Paul McGillion, this panel could be over in like 30 seconds.
I was about to revise that and make that my question. How do I get up there? But my original question was, what was your favorite scene or episode to film? And if you don't have a favorite, was there any that was particularly difficult?
Paul.
Oh, Alana?
Yeah, why don't you go first? Alaina?
I have a few great scenes coming up in season 2 that I love. One is in Trial and Error, and there's a conflict between the Colonel and TJ, and I think it's going to be a great scene.
How about one that they might have seen already? Just indulge us, I mean.
It's actually not my scene, but one of my favorite scenes that I was in was in Time. I loved Time, and it was between Eli and Chloe when he's doing this speech to Chloe, and I think TJ knows Chloe's dead, and she sort of has to deliver the news in the middle of his speech, and I thought it was a really beautiful scene.
Jason?
What's the question? My favorite things is Paul McGillion. He's taking that thing out of my back.
That's right.
Paul McGillion looks at me. My first scene with him, he's like, Jason, I'm really happy to be here. It's our first scene together. They're like rolling, speed. He's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm like, I don't even know this guy. Those baby blues. Thank you. Like action, I'm like, alright, fucking operate my back.
It was funny actually.
Totally
Jason
got me off guard. I
Jason-
started laughing.
It
He's
was
like, look at me. Thank you. Alright, I'm ready. What the fuck is this?
well, starting of a beautiful friendship. Now I'm Conan's little buddy. My favorite scene and easiest scene to film was actually in Duet that Martin wrote. A beautiful scene between myself and David Hewlett. Wonderful, wonderful stuff.
Comes from the mind of Martin Gero.
Favorite scene, 200th episode, our Star Trek homage.
I don't think I have a favorite scene. My favorite episode is McKay and Mrs. Miller. I really like that
I'm thinking. I was listening.
I think the hardest scene, probably that I can remember in terms of just sheer difficulty to film, was probably the last scene we shot for the last episode in the 10th season. They had literally, which was a tremendous service to everyone on board, is they had literally blocked the last scene to be shot was the team headed up the gate for the last time, which is the last time you see them at the end of Unending. And because they wanted everybody to be there on the last shot of the series, so crew and cast included. And nobody could keep their crap together long enough to film it. Everybody was weeping and sobbing and, drinking, and so it was pretty difficult just to trying to keep your composure to do it, because somebody was always losing it a little bit and whatever, and if it wasn't from us directly, it was from the crew in the background as well. So and just the idea of actually, sometimes I swear to God, we were sabotaging it because nobody wanted it just to be done. So yeah, sorry to ruin this poignant panel with a poignant moment.
I'm going to start crying right now.
Yeah, I know. That's my answer.
Beautiful.
Alexa.
I'm going to send Paul out into the crowd to hug everybody that needs one.
Oh, don't tempt me, ladies. I'll be out there. Naughty things.
And to answer the question why Carson Beckett had to be killed again, Gerard Butler had recently become available, and then he got booked a movie, and so they had to bring Paul back.
Kick his ass too. Maybe not, it's pretty big.